what's up, man? Gary Walker here with liveanabolic.com. All right, in this video, I'm gonna show you 5 things you can do to still build muscle without having to lift weights. If you don't have weights at home, you're stuck at home, or you just don't want to lift weights, these are 5 things you can implement that will still help you build that sought after muscle, all right? Because as a man over 40, if you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, man, you need to try to continue to build muscle. Naturally, when you start getting older, you tend to get less active. Sarcopenia kicks in, which means muscle wasting. It's basically what happens when you become less active. If you're less active, your body doesn't require as much muscle. So what does it do when you get older? It starts dumping muscle, breaking down that muscle tissue. And that's the last thing you want, because once you start breaking down muscle tissue, you're gonna start aging. The aging process actually starts amplifying and ramping up. That, once again, isn't what you need when you get older. We actually wanna reverse that aging process. That way you feel better than your age. If you're 40, 50, or 60, hopefully you feel like you're 20 or 30, man, all right? And again, it all depends on what you felt like in your 20s or 30s, because you may not have been in shape in your 20s or 30s yet. You want to be in greater shape in your 40s and 50s, and that's possible as well. But it's going to start with building muscle. One of the things I do want to point out before I get into these 5 tips, 5 things you can implement: clean up your diet, clean up that nutrition. That's one of the key things. I'm constantly harping on that in my videos because it's truly important, all right? You can do these things I'm going to show you, but at the end of the day, if you're eating like crap, you're not fueling your body, you're not taking care of your body from the inside out, then it's not really gonna matter. So you wanna make sure you're eating good, clean foods, and basically just start by eliminating the processed foods. If you're one of those guys that eats a bunch of TV dinners, a bunch of fast foods, eliminate all of that and start focusing on preparing your meals. Prepare your meals at home. You can even go to the deli section. A lot of these grocery stores, I know they have the deli sections to where, I'm not talking deli meat, high sodium stuff, but I'm talking in the deli section to where they're actually giving you grilled chicken breasts, lean fish. A lot of those, especially now with the society being more of a fitness-based society, it really is. Even though this is an obese society, there's a lot more popularity with the fitness side of things as well. So you can get a lot of healthy options if you go to some of these grocery stores. So our grocery store, there's several of them actually here where I'm at. We can go to that deli section and get turkey, lean chicken, lean cuts of steak, beef, and lean fish. There's a lot of healthy options. Same with the veggies: broccoli, asparagus, cauliflower, good salads. So if you have access to that, then by all means take advantage of it, man. Use some of that into your meal prep. If you don't have access to that, then basically prep your own foods. That way you know what you're putting in your body, at least while you're trying to build this muscle and reclaim your health, man, all right? All right, first thing, let's get into a lower body exercise. First one, you're gonna wanna incorporate a squat movement. Again, we don't have weights, you don't have dumbbells, you don't have barbells, we're assuming you don't. So this is why I want you to do a Tricon squat. If you haven't tried any of my Tricon squats, then check out this exercise, because it's a tremendous exercise. Basically what we're doing here when we're doing the Tricon set, you are creating more tension in your muscle and without any weight other than body weight. So body weight's enough for a lot of men, especially when you're in the isometric phase. So if you'll notice in the Tricon sets, we're basically starting by 3 explosive reps. A Tricon set is 9 reps total. The first 3 are always gonna be explosive. And that's got several different reasonings for me structuring it that way, but mainly turning on that central nervous system, firing up those dense muscle tissues, and you're gonna do your 3 explosive reps, and you're gonna get immediately into your 3 isometric holds. In the isometric holds, that's where you're creating a lot of tension in your quads, in your glutes, in your hams, all right? Just sit down in that middle position and go ahead and visualize your quads firing and your glutes firing. And really sit there and try to flex those, create those intense contractions. You're gonna do it for 10 seconds, come back up to the top, go back into another squat hold for another 10 seconds. Same thing with those 10 seconds. Really mentally focus on contracting the quads and the hams and the glutes. All right, and come back up and then go back into your third isometric hold. These TRICON sets are designed to give you the optimal time under tension for muscle growth or hypertrophy. This is why I designed them in the first place, to be able to build muscle without using a lot of weight. For instance, here you're using your body weight. So that's actually all you're gonna be needing, all right? You're gonna do your 3 isometric holds, come back up to the top, and then you're doing 3 full range of motion slow reps. 4 seconds down, that's the cadence you wanna use. 4 seconds back up. Immediately back, 4 seconds down, 4 seconds up. Again, you're going to do your 3 reps that way. Those are your last 3. So you've done your 9 total reps. That's one set of a TRICON squat. All right, so anytime you're doing a squat, then you're incorporating the large muscle groups, and it's multi-joint movements. All right, a multi-joint movement incorporating large muscle groups. Your glutes, getting your hips involved, your quads, all of those things are designed to boost your hormone profile, especially your testosterone. You're boosting testosterone, which is gonna help build muscle. You're also boosting your metabolism. All right, you're incorporating some metabolic work when you're doing this as well, so that's gonna help burn fat. So this is a really good exercise. The second one you can do to build upper body size is a push-up, but a TRICON push-up. That's the thing. Most people don't have enough weight when they're doing push-ups, so they rep push-ups out. So you're doing 20, 30, 40, 50 push-ups at a time. That's great for muscular endurance. However, you actually want to focus on building muscle. You want to increase hypertrophy, which is muscle growth. To do that, then you need more tension in that muscle and you need more intensity. That's why you're going to be doing a TRICON set. So the same thing you did with the TRICON squats, you're going to be doing with the TRICON push-ups. 9 total reps. First 3 you will notice are explosive. There's 2 ways to do an explosive rep when you're doing a push-up. This depends on if you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced, and your current fitness and conditioning level. If you can do a plyometric, then do a plyometric push-up. Basically throwing yourself up off the ground. You're gonna catch yourself, lower yourself slowly, throw yourself up again as high as you can. So you're gonna do 3 of those. If you're not quite ready to do a plyometric for your explosive reps, then that's okay. Basically, you're gonna take yourself down slow and under control and explode back to the top as quickly and as hard as possible. You will do that for your first 3 reps. All right, next 3 reps. Back to your isometrics here. So the isometrics aren't all the way at the top, they're not all the way at the bottom, they're right at the mid-range. Right there in the middle, your chest is gonna be firing and contracting. You'll probably feel your upper body shaking. And this is working everything. Again, this is a really good upper body movement. The goal is to really hammer the pecs, your chest, but you're gonna be working your shoulders and your triceps, even your back, upper back for stability, your core's getting worked. So it's a good upper body movement that's gonna help with that muscle growth. All right, so once you've done your 3 isometric holds here, same thing with the last 3 reps. 3 more full range of motion reps, 4-second cadence down, 4-second cadence up, 3 of those to finish off your 9 reps. All right, the next exercise you can do to help build muscle, I'm gonna give you 2 options. If you can do a pull-up, if you have access to a pull-up bar, or if you have one of those pull-up things that you can hang onto your door frame or a tree outside, all right? Or if you're at a park, you can do all of these at a park as well. If you're at a park, use anything to pull yourself up. If you can do a pull-up, then I prefer pull-ups because it's overall body resistance when you're lifting yourself up. It's a great upper back movement, lat movement, lower. It's gonna work your core. It's gonna work all the little stabilizer muscles as well. However, if you're at home, you don't have access to a pull-up bar, or you're doing these at work. If you're doing this little circuit at work, you can do that as well, okay? And if you don't have access to that, then try to get a resistance band. If you have a resistance band, then all you're gonna do is a Tricon lat pull down with bands. So again, doesn't require weight, you just need a resistance band. You can get those pretty inexpensive. So if you're doing a Tricon lat pull down, you'll notice it's the exact same cadence. Your 3 explosive reps on the pull down and 3 isometric holds, 10-second holds each, all right? So that's the thing. Those 3 10-second holds, that is 30 seconds of all-out isometric time under tension in those lats. So you're really gonna focus on working those lat muscles, which is a large muscle group. Again, when you're working the large muscle groups, you're increasing testosterone, you're increasing your metabolism. So you're getting a big bang for your buck exercise when you're doing these. So either one, pull-ups or the banded Tricon pull downs, either one of those will work. All right, so now we've got you've worked your legs, man. You've worked your upper body, from your chest, shoulders, tries, you worked your back. And when you're doing your back work, you're also working your biceps and your core. So that's another thing you've done with the either pull-ups or the Tricon pull downs. All right, now that you got that, these next 2 are a little bit different from what you might be thinking. So the 4th one is a squat jump. And I'm not talking about squat jump for reps, 12 to 15. I'm talking about, I want you to really focus on getting a nice, good, explosive jump. Squat down and explode as hard as you can, as high as you can. Land softly. The key is to land softly because you don't want to place a lot of stress on those knees and ankles, all right? So basically, focus on landing softly and then reset, drop down to your squat, explode again. So we're shooting for 6 to 8 all-in explosions, man. Explode as hard as possible on these squat jumps. Again, multi-jump movement, explosive movement. So you're activating that central nervous system. You're increasing the hormones that are responsible for muscle growth. And even again, a metabolic booster. So you're gonna be burning fat when you're doing these. But squat jumps are great, especially after you've pre-exhausted your legs. So if you've already done these Tricon squats and you've worked that upper body, now you're just annihilating, man. You're really focused on that intensity, which is what is required for hypertrophy. All right, the last one of these tips that I'm gonna share with you is sprinting. Sprinting is a great muscle builder. Whether it's track sprinting, it's sprinting on a bicycle, all right? A bike, a recumbent bike, upright bike, air bike, any type of bike that you have access to. And when I mean sprints, I mean all out 20-second sprint. Go as hard as you can, as fast as you can for 20 seconds, then take a 40-second breather. So that's what you're gonna do each minute. Rest 40 seconds, get a breather, and then all out again for another 20 seconds. And even if you have a rower, you can do a rower, all right? You've got the air bike, you can do a rower, you can go to the track and do sprints, you can do hill sprints, you can do any kind of sprint. So these can be done pretty much anywhere. And basically what I want you to focus on is the 20-40, 20-40. So every minute, 20 seconds is full out sprint. And start at 4 minutes, start at 5 minutes. This is all up to you and your conditioning levels. And you can do these sprints up to 15 minutes. So if you can do 15-minute all out 20-second sprints, you're gonna be in great shape. It's gonna help build muscle. It's gonna help burn fat. So you're gonna transform the way you look and the way you feel. So that's one of the best muscle building exercises you can do that doesn't require any weights at all. It's just thrusting your body as fast as you can, or driving those handles if you've got an air bike, or rower as hard as you can, or even a bicycle outside. All out sprint as hard as you can, and then coast for 40 seconds. So that's what I mean by sprinting. But man, do those 5 things and you'll be amazed at how much muscle you start putting on your body. So it doesn't always require weights. If you don't have access to any weights, don't write muscle building off. Just basically clean up your food and implement these 5 things. Implement these, and then you're gonna start building muscle across your legs, across your chest, back, shoulders, biceps, tries. So these things are full body. So you're gonna build muscle across your entire body. You're gonna have a balanced muscular body, which looks very attractive. It's a very sexy look, man. But all right, I hope you like this video. And again, there's a lot of different ways I could have gone with this, but I wanted to be realistic. I wanted to give you 5 things that you can do pretty much anywhere and still get muscle growth. So if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions about any of it, comment below and let me know. Also, if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, man, please subscribe to the channel. That being said, get busy, get after it. God bless.